Hey everybody, welcome back. It's just a great day, not even gonna lie. I'm in a better mood today than I have been for a while. And bird up there. Yeah, it's the sky, imagine that. Yeah, we got some rain last night and I'd been getting pretty stressed. Things have been so dry, hay is stunted. Fires are starting to kick up, fire danger was starting to come into play around here. We really didn't need any of that. 1.6 inches of rain last night. That's more than we've got in the last 30 days combined. And the building pad out here looks pretty good. It exposed a low spot that wasn't exactly on my radar. You can see where it puddled right here in front of me, but you can see now how the whole building pad is dry. That's the highest point out here and it's flat. That's how I wanted it. So this is gonna be pretty easy to deal with right here. I can shift some material out of this spot here. You can see we kind of go to another low spot before we hit that gully and run off that way. So that's not a big deal at all. But happy with how it all looks. It really exposes some of the trash that was still in there. We'll pick that off the top now that the dust is off of it, but nice and solid. So looking good there. And it gets even better. Yesterday afternoon before the rain started, I got my rock. Finally, we got 6 yards of washed rock. I was looking for like a 3/4 inch, and this is like inch to inch and a half. This is all I could get, but it's fine because this will just flow some more water. So more than that 3/4 would have, and it's still not too big at all for what I'm trying to do in the drain tile trench here. It's going to be more of a French drain, really. So yeah, this is getting grown up. I need to mow all this again. I haven't mowed any grass for, I bet 3 weeks, because the only thing that would happen is you'd kill it all off anyway. So yeah, lots of stuff needs to be done around here. But today we're going to start throwing rock down into the trench. So this morning I came up here. This was my low spot that water would always accumulate, and I dug this down a little bit. It's going to make sense hopefully after I get it put together. This is going to be like a collector point right up here. This is also going to be filled with rock. My drain tile is going to come up and then cap right here about the midpoint. And yeah, you can see how it's so greasy right there. That's because, as opposed to where the sand knob was over there, where it's mostly sandy and like rocky gravel, this is kind of a clay vein that runs into this hillside here, and water comes off the field, leaches in the ground, hits this clay vein, shoots right out, and pretty much exposes itself right in this area here. You can see how this gray stuff, see how it's kind of chalky? This is all sticky clay right through here. So this is why this area always had water in it. It would never really dry out. So hopefully we can get that rock in here. It'll be like a filterable media. We can get it into that drain tile and shoot it on down to the draw down there, get it out of our way. And well, you guys are going to notice sooner or later, yeah, we've got the comfortable work boots on that have the steel sticking out the toe. We have the comfortable high flow ventilation version pants on. Yeah, couple of funny comments came up asking if you all need to start up a collection to get me some new boots and some new pants. I've got new boots, I've got new pants, but anyone that's ever lived in work boots like me knows when you get those things just to the verge of being completely worn out, they're the most comfortable that they're ever going to be. That's if I'm going to be out here on my field by myself with, you know, only like 46,000 people watching, I'm going to be in my comfortable boots and I'm going to be wearing my comfortable pants, because I work like an idiot. So it's nice to stay cool and to stay comfortable. So that's the deal with that. No need to start up a collection or anything. We all good here. So to get started, we've got this roll of filter fabric. Now, filter fabric is not necessarily landscape fabric. There is a difference. Filter fabric is permeable. It lets water run right through it, but it blocks like the fines, like the dirt and the silt and the sediment from getting in, as well as inhibits roots and things from growing in from the side and getting into your rock and everything else. So this roll looks a little rough because it's been rolling around loose in the back of the truck. This is the same stuff that I lined the bottom of the rock feature up there with, so that's why it's looks a little bit unkept right now. But this is 6 feet wide and we are 300 feet long. Well, we were before I used probably 30 feet of it in our rock feature, so more than enough to get us all the way down to the bottom down there. All right, getting a start. So I found some old bricks out here. I don't know where they came from. Apparently I bought them with the place. I was kind of hoping I'd find some more pieces of the old car, but apparently I'm finding pieces of the old house now, right? So okay, we've got the collector lined as well as it needs to be. I think I'm just going to go and roll this stuff right out at ground level, right over the top first. We'll get down to the bottom, then we'll form it in. Just about to the end. Looks a little bit soft right there. Okay, we'll call that good for now. All right, so I've been spreading rock for a ways. I've kind of got my system figured out now. I'll walk you through it real quick. So I want a 4-inch layer of rock beneath the drain tile in the bottom of the trench. That's what we're doing right now. And what I do is I take the tractor and the pile's on the other side. I go and scoop a good bucket load, get it close to the trench. Now, since we're kind of having to be accurate here to a certain degree, I haven't just been dumping it in. So as you can see here, I've been contouring the fabric to the bottom of the trench, and fortunately I don't have to go far to find paperweights. You know, they're kind of all over out here. And to get my 4-inch layer in the bottom, I've just been taking it out of the bucket with the shovel for now, but I've got these 2 scrap pieces of 1/4-inch plywood. And what I've been doing, well, I'll show you here. Got this line right here on this one, corresponding line on the other one, both 4 inches up from the bottom. So I just put these to each side. That not only keeps the fabric square and standing up along each edge of the trench, but also that's my indicator line for when I get 4 inches of rock down in the bottom. Well, I know that I'm there. So to move on down, all you got to do is slide these out of the stone, and they're so thin they don't leave any kind of a void that's gonna, you know, cause you any problems or anything like that. So get each one of them pulled down. There we are. So now I have another void I can fill with rock from the bucket. I'm gonna have to move the tractor down as I go, of course, but I just shovel it in until I reach those lines, and then get my fabric contoured out and straightened out ahead of it, and then, you know, fill between the boards and repeat and repeat. Plus, we also have the prospect of moving the lion's share of 16,000 pounds of stone manually with a number 2 shovel. Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay, it's sometime later, but we've got the 4-inch initial layer all the way down to the end right here. We tapered it off here because we're going to daylight the pipes here, let all that water shoot down there. Just walk it real quick. Wasn't too bad really. For a lot of this, I was able to actually position the bucket in line with the trench, tilt it down just a little bit, and then all I had to do was like take the shovel and rake most of this out all the way down. So actually went pretty well. And I'm just going to leave this just as it is up here for now. We can finish filling in rock once I get the pipes in place. So, yeah, we're ready to bring the drain tile in. So here we are, pipes are all laid out, and these are 100-foot long rolls, and considering I've got like 170-ish feet, I'm gonna have a couple scraps left over or whatever. So we got the first two laid out. Now these are the 4-inch, and they are the perforated pipes. You can see all those little slits in there. They go all the way around. When you look inside, you can see all the places that the light is shining in all the way around. So that's what the water leaches into with these. And other types just have round holes drilled in them, and you'd always want to put the holes down, because with this system you're relying on water building up in the rock, and when it builds up to the point of the pipe here, it'll run in those holes that are in the bottom. If you put the holes on the top, well, then water would have to build up the entire height of the pipe to then be able to run in the top and then filter down. So if it had the round holes, you'd always want to put those to the base. Since these are perforated all the way around, you can lay these in the trench any way you want. And this is how we splice the sections together with this snap coupling. Just like that. Back up here at the top end, we're just putting solid caps here. We don't want anything to roll straight into the end of the pipe. Just like that. Okay, so I'll show you my system for burying these pieces of tile. So first I'm going to cinch them together with my feet, and then I'm using these heavy pieces of steel to hold them down, because these are just like setting a culvert. You can throw a culvert down in the ditch, and if you take a bucket full of material and just dump on it right away, that material is going to funnel down each side of it, and because the culvert's so light, it'll roll under it and actually float it, lift it up. This perforated pipe, this perforated drain tile will do the same thing. So to keep everything on grade and to keep my rock from actually pushing it up and giving me like a high spot, we're just kind of weighting it down with these heavy pieces of steel. So we'll do it one-handed here, and it's not going to be as smooth, but I'll show you guys. Once they're weighted down, I just go fill in along each side. And once they're filled in along each side, just cover over the top. So, and on. Only about 150 more feet left. There. Well, tell you what, it's about 8:45. Sun gave up first again today. We seem to do that a lot, but, well, we started at the headwaters up there, and we've worked all the way down where I placed this white rock. That was our splice point right there. So this is the first 100 feet to right there. We have 2 drains set and encased, and I finally finished just about at the far end of the bucket over there. You can see I've wrapped the 2 hoses, come on, wrap the 2 pipes from here on out, so that if we get any rain or any kind of dirt or anything falls in, it's not going to get inside the fabric. I need to finish wrapping the rest of this too up this way, but I'll tell you what, here we're we're not even doing this right now. Okay. Yeah, it's I'm disgusting. What can I say? Beyond dirty. Once again, stink like a wild animal. But yeah, we're at the end of another one. To show you what I did do. Come down here, have the excess tile sticking out. Put a rock right there to hold that down so it doesn't flap up. And we've got these press-in grates for the ends. I put one of those in each end so nothing can run up those pipes when I'm not here. So yeah, man, another good day. I think I could have this done. The backfilling is going to be the easy part because I have the backhoe. I can pretty much just do all that with a machine. But yeah, I'm pretty much out. So I was going to try and say something clever, but yeah, that's where we're at. Probably 50 feet left, I'd say. Get those pipes the rest of the way set, and we can just about call it on this one. Yeah, I better just stop talking. I need to shuttle the tractor home yet, make the return trip on foot. Finish wrapping the rest of that up there, throw some rocks on it so it doesn't blow open, and then get old Blue back home too. So okay, drain is wrapped, tools are all loaded up, it's time to head home. And I'll tell you what, everybody, after you work outside for a whole day in the sun, in the heat, baking, sweating, and everything else, a nice ride home on an open station tractor in the cool evening air is a treat that not enough people alive today have experienced. I'll tell you firsthand. Enjoy the simple things, everybody.